She got it, but what really got me was no mileage. And she get fly like me, my co-pilot. Whatever it is, I can't stop it. And at night she counting the tips, she made profit while she on that pole. Yeah, you wanna tell me all the things I don't know. And these niggas know what's up, they gon' refrain from the smoke. While your favorite rapper talk about the things that they won't know. If Cabo talk, then every word that came from the heart. I can't give up, but I can't take no more damage. Got no idea how I ever just managed. All type of position, she go hard for the camera. Not even playing, think it's the best when it's random. Think we need to change it, be the same thing every time. Fucking every day, somehow we start right on a dime. I let you have your man for now, but no, you really mine. Was standing in the rain, I never hope for it to shine. And she got it, she got it, she got it. No, she got it, she got it, she got it. And she got it, she got it, she got it. If you know one thing about me, you know I'll get it off my chest. I can't hold no words for you, oh no, your feelings can't be spared. And the max what I need from you, I cannot settle for no less. In Miami on the freeway with the homies switching gears. Got a problem, then solve it, let's get it. I keep going, the sky is the limit. I'm enormous, colossal, expensive. And she got it, she got it, she got it. No, she got it, she got it, she got it. And she got it, she got it, she got it. And she got it, she got it, she got it. No, she got it, she got it, she got it. And she got it, she got it, she got it.
Yeah. Welcome to motherfucking High Street. Shout out to motherfucking Dallas Rose. Fame. Rebels Empire. Your girl Fame Jackson.
Get him slow.
Yeah. All in my court. I don't back and forth. When I shoot, I score. I don't miss no more. Nah. My truck 2 doors. Chanel full of ones. A close, a done.
Alright,
that
what's
nigga
up?
here hard. Got money that's good. Make him do the chores.
Good.
In the building.
We're live. We're here. The podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm Dallas Rose. Fame's back.
Hey.
Welcome back, Fame.
Yes, sir.
Chelsea Maverick in the building. Wesley in the building on the boards. And special guest, finally, SeeFour. What's up, bro?
Yeah. How's everybody doing, boss?
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming, bro.
I'm blessed
Thanks
to
for
be
coming.
here.
You coming through, bro.
Around the goats. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You know?
Yeah. After like years and years of trying to get him on, it's like I lost my excitement. It's like
Listen, man. I be in a. I don't know where I'd be, but I'd be inside. I definitely do be inside. You feel me?
You be outside.
I be inside, but most of my life is in you know what I'm saying? Inside, honing my, you know what I'm saying, energy. So it's, you know, this is why we here though.
Yeah, man. So, like, we're going to get into it, dude. Fucking, what have you been working on lately?
New music.
Yeah.
New music and collabing as much as possible.
All right.
I think really taking the time too to just handle personal shit. I think that's the biggest thing that people forget when it's a lot going on around them, especially with, you know, other people wanting to, you know, indulge in your talent, you wanting to indulge in other people's talent, and y'all mix that. It's very hard sometimes to meet that, but I think that's what I've been trying to get better at, trying to meet people halfway on things, meet myself halfway on things, the biggest part, because sometimes we can be procrastinators. We can, you know, say we're gonna get up today, do it, time flies by, where did it go? So like I've been in a real state of like just learning how to treat my life more like chess, not like checkers. You feel me?
All right. So what are some of the things that you're changing to try to be more like that?
I feel like I've been learning the most random shit. Like, but I think it's things that is going to take me to a higher standard and like standpoint when I get older. You know what I'm saying? But I think learning people, that's a process, and sometimes that makes it better when you're kind of in this field of like artists, creatives. Because again, if you don't learn yourself, one, and if you don't learn others, then that's where it gets a little iffy as far as for vision, or two, you link up with a person when you do a track. It's like, well, what was you going through for the past 4 months?
Yeah.
Where it's gonna relate back to me, and we could put that and give it out to people who relate. So like I've been doing stuff like that. Doing the most random shit, like building shit. I don't know, like
physically building.
Yeah, like carpentry and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
Well, you guys in the Sound Lab been working over there, right? Building new rooms
Shout
and all
out to
that
the
shit,
Sound
right?
Lab, man.
Yeah, super shout out.
We've
That
been
place
over
is
there.
dope, man.
We've been moving stuff around, renovating the booths. We actually just took a couple of trips, which was like work trips, and seeing different studios, different vibes, and wanting to bring that back to
awesome.
Mass, so people can utilize it, not having to go over 230,000 miles just to hit a studio. That's nice.
We're going to the moon. 230,000 miles.
Yeah. But hey, you go. The furthest you go, the more you see. You know what I'm saying? Like we went to New York, we went to Quad, we went to some of these places. It was like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
Recorded in them, and just caught a vibe. And then we went out to LA and did the same thing for my birthday in like around March. So
nice.
It was good. It was good.
Happy belated birthday, number one.
Thank you.
So
It
what?
sucks being older. But
Is it okay to ask a man his age, or?
I think it is, because I think about time
How
niggas
old are
look
you?
up, we be like, yo, we old, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think for a woman, you can't. I don't think that is, because women like to be mysterious. So me, a nigga's gonna be like, yeah, I'm this age. I've been doing this for a long time. Like, and I feel like even with me, I think
I think
it's
niggas should be honest with their age at all time, because niggas like young girls. So if you're honest, then she could decide if she wants to fuck with an older guy or not. You know what I mean?
But I feel like too, you can tell when niggas are really old. Like
not necessarily all the time.
When old niggas try to be young, you see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's like,
on a personal level, you gotta be honest with somebody about your age when you're meeting them. That's crazy. That's crazy to tell them a different age. But but if you're trying to make a career in music, it can be debatable, right? Because it definitely sways your image a little bit.
And your rap age is always different than your real age.
I didn't know there was two
I
ages.
just learned that recently.
like I feel like when you're in the rap game for 10 years, that's like dog years.
Yeah.
Like that was nothing. That was 5. The 10 was 5, but now
Right.
the 20 was 10. And you're like, well, I still got 10 more to go to really get through the stripes I want, but you've been in it 30 years. Like, who's telling you something? Or, again, what are you looking for out of it, being in it for so long?
So tell me, what have been your biggest challenges and, struggles within, like, the music scene, within, like, the different people you've worked with, like, the different atmospheres? What can you say have been, like, your most challenge?
Age, kind of like he was saying. There's been a couple venues that before I hit 21, it was like, oh, you can't even perform in here. And I'll be like, bro, I just was in here a month ago. What are you talking about? Is it because it's a new night? It's a new promoter? What is it? That's the things that I didn't like. But again, I got around it and just was like, all right, I'm going to wait it out. If that's what it is, then and until I get 21 or whatever the case may be, I'm going to just keep putting the work in. Keep putting music, doing music and collaborating. But I think what got me at certain points was really just being mutual and knowing and understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, did you just turn 21?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Damn, you're super young.
Such a baby.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But again, I've been in clubs since 16. But it's like it would be like, the most pinnacle moments, it would be like always a problem for age. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But like fun fact, when I met Joe Giuliano, I was actually performing at Middle East and I snuck in. It was like what? Upstairs? You sneak in just to perform? You know what I'm saying? With a person like me, I just want to go in there, do my thing, get off. There's people that have come to see you, want to see you perform.
There should be a way.
And there have been times I've been like, I can't even perform, my bad, because they won't let me in.
That shit's crazy. It's so stupid.
It's wild. It's
so
wild.
stupid.
So I think that's been a big thing. That was like,
Nice. Now I know you've been working with like the Exposed TV and shit like that, Katera. Now if I do ask anything personal, I would like an answer because that's why you're here. But a lot of the time, people can find things to be a little too personal. But who gives a fuck, right?
No.
I haven't asked the question yet.
Go.
So, like I said, I haven't been noticing much of like, I know that was like a tag of yours, and every time you posted something, it was a tag, an exposed tag or whatever. And I haven't been seeing much of that, what's going on?
Work business, like,
Have you moved on? Are you still working with Exposed?
Like big shout out to Exposed, what they're doing. I think it's not. I think it's the thing where it's like we won't ever like not work together again. But I think when you are doing something where you need other hands, other minds, that's when they come in at that point. You know what I'm saying? Teams trade players every year, but why? Because there was a goal that they didn't meet, or they didn't make it to the finals. It was just something that was like, we got to rotate, we got to change out. And I respect it, like people like
the rotating was is it like something you decided like, hey, I think I might move on because things are not working out, I'm not growing, not precisely, but was it your decision like, okay, I want to grow into a different space, I could do this in a different space? Was that your decision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think as time goes on, the music is gonna get better. I'm gonna be collabing with different people. I think that is a thing as well, where since I'm such a mutual person, I don't got a problem with you, I don't got a problem with you, I don't got a problem with you, but this person might have a problem with that. And it's like, so how do we continue this? You know what I'm saying? Things like that is very crucial.
So hold on, did you feel like there's collaborations, not necessarily with them, but like you had collaborations blocked because of that sort of situation where like somebody that doesn't fuck with somebody else, so then you feel like you can't collaborate with them type shit? I hear about that happening a lot.
Yeah, I feel like that's always a thing though.
Yeah,
like whether we know it or not, it's always a thing. And whether someone says something about it or not, you're bound to figure out, and how, by just certain interactions. I might have a video shoot. Vibes is all, what's going on? And now we're actually dealing with this in the midst of me trying to do what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And it don't make it no better. But nah, like shout out to Exposed, man. We've worked on a bunch of videos. We worked on the Recovery Island album together. So that was like a big push where I wanted them to come in and do a couple things, whether it was material and marketing and promo and PR, just contacting different blogs, things like that. I think when you really meet someone who really wants to see something at the end, like you do, as much as you do, y'all both go hard for it. Yeah. And sometimes both y'all go too hard, But I think with the whole objective and the mission for Recovery Island, and what we did, and like pushing it out, making it, get everywhere it needed to go, I think we did that job. And then now I'm working with the likes of people like Rob, and put in work, and Thrill. A lot of the community-based people that I've been around since the dawn of time, since like 2015, 16. But again, we're getting older and we're now getting the resources. So,
that's amazing.
It's going good. It's going good.
That's dope. So when you collaborate, so it sounds like you like to collaborate a lot. So something we talk about a good amount on this show is like the whole paid feature scene. And like it always kind of irks me because I feel that the culture of that has started to block a lot of collaboration, where people feel like they can't work with each other unless somebody's paying somebody. Like even if they're not really a person who's doing big numbers, right? To really do that. Like, so what's your stance on all that shit?
I think leverage. I'm 21 now. I've been doing music full-time, full-fledged since 13. So I know that, again, you have to pay dues. Yeah. Sometimes you have to get on stage and perform for free. There's sometimes you have to go out there and network. And I think that is a fundamental that's not implemented into a lot of artists nowadays. Is how do you actually make it organic than making it, because this is involved, we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? If we can't...
So do you agree with paid features or...
I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on your leverage. It depends on what have you been doing for the last year, who you built with, what type of person are you? Like, at the end of the day, I can be giving you money. What the hell are you doing with the money? Is it going back into the track? I know for most part, when I do features, I'll say 25% of that is going back into promoting it back where my people's at. So, like, you know, so it really shows you that my results plus your results equals maybe what you want.
Yeah.
Or maybe what you need. And if not, then, I mean, I'm the type of person where you don't got to pay me every time. Once and done. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's really about the mood, how people feel, and how people feel and what people feel entitled to.
Right.
Which I feel entitled to nothing, but you know, I just work for it.
Yeah. Fucking
You know?
yeah, because like for me, basically, like I wish, and it's very idealistic, but I wish that like the only collabs that happened were when two people just really artistically mess with each other.
Yeah.
And like be like, yeah, I want to do a song with you, so we're gonna do it. Like not because like you paid me my fee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I
there's so many
think
levels and shit.
I think a lot of the times, especially in our city, a lot of people would rather do like the dick riding thing, like y'all had mentioned, like who fucks with who and what clique is what, and who has a buzz, rather than money so much. Now if it's like a you know, one of those C-list artists from like New York or whatever, like I can understand why, you know,
You
about
said species list?
B-list.
B-list, right?
Oh, B-list. I was about to say, nigga.
I ain't catching that either.
No, I'm not calling them species now.
Species.
Don't come for me.
Don't pay for the feature.
Yeah, move that guy.
Yeah. I think that's like
He's like,
I think it's a little reasonable.
Go ahead.
I think
It's on the pod.
I think it's a little reasonable, especially because, especially if that artist's gonna promote because that's, if I'm paying for something, I'm not paying for your voice on it. I'm paying for it because I know you got a lot going on, and I feel like I could, like, that you have a fan base that could look at me. So that's what I'm paying for. So the only way that could happen is if you promote that shit on your page, you promote it on your social platforms, and that's ultimately what I'm paying for, not just your voice on a fucking track, right? Now, if you're an inner city person, and we're both inner city people, like I was just saying, a lot of people want to say, okay, I'll do a paid feature. Necessarily, they'll do a song with you because you know somebody, because they've seen you with a certain somebody, and they want to, you know, they want that recognition, you know. Sometimes it's not a bad thing, but a lot of the times it's dick riding thing, you know. And that I think is wrong, you know.
Yeah, I think, again, like, it's about the organic vibes. Like you said, some people want to be around certain people in crowds because they feel like even if they're not paying for the feature, me being around these people are priceless. Like, the energy is priceless. I can't, even if I do bring money into it, they're going to be like, okay. Like, so, like, me, I just really monitor, like you said, who's doing what, you know, treat others how you want to be treated, and you'll get, you know what I'm saying, 2 times more. Sometimes I done went up for things and not even asked for nothing. People's like, here. You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve it. It's not a thing where it's like, oh, I want, because, again, entitlement. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you record?
SoundLab. I record mostly everywhere, though. Like, anywhere that, again, I feel is up to par and that we can make it happen. But I've recorded in bedrooms. I've recorded in closets. I recorded anywhere possible. You know what I'm saying? As long as we have that understanding of what we're pushing out of that place, it could be a dungeon.
Yeah.
Shit.
As long as it sounds good, right?
As long as we making
I gotta
heat
just-
in that dungeon.
I gotta give it up.
As long as we
Well, not
making
no
heat.
cap, bro, because I do music too, so I've been like rapping for a minute. Like when you really out here grinding, like you really see like who's out here. You feel me? And I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I've been seeing you out here for like years, bro. You feel me? And like I really salute you, bro. You feel me? Like, and everybody that's grinding, you feel me? But like when I see a nigga and they come through or whatever, it's like I always give it up, bro. You feel me? Because like nigga, I know this grind ain't no joke, bro. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
It's tiring.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, yeah.
I feel 35 right now. But I'm
word. So yeah, just keep it up, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, boss.
Word. You're ready.
You know.
Who are your favorite artists that you've worked with?
Oh wow.
I like to do a lot of inner city things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I fuck with the inner city. I'm very much community. I am the community. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? But for most part,
like you've had like the best time hanging out with this person, making this song, recording this shit, and y'all couldn't wait to go get drinks or bitches. I'm sorry, that's your girl. Is that your shorty? She is really pretty.
confidant.
Confidant. Nice.
It's confidant. It's confidence.
I got a lot of confidants.
Oh.
It's like a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a French word? Confidant.
Probably.
I don't know
Sounds
French.
very
I don't know French. I don't know Spanish. I don't know nothing. I would say, do producers count?
Yeah.
Dallas said yeah.
I mean, come on. I'm biased. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, give me a producer and an artist.
Producer, artist. Okay. I would say artist. Najee Janey.
Najee?
Najee Janey. Yes.
I don't know if I'm saying his name right, or I don't even know if we're talking about the same person.
Yeah. No, you should know Najee Janey.
I think so.
Purple Earth Theory, Earthworm, Najee Janey, Milk Shaw, Sean White.
Yeah.
Lot of the Goats.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
Najee, because he actually helped me. He A&R'd my last project, so we was just in the studio, and he'll help me structure stuff, and then he'll be like, "Yo, the verses, go," like, and things like that. Energy you need as artists, because again, he's helping me. It's not like he's like, "Oh, let me get on the track. Oh, let me." He's like, "Nah."
Hold
stop being
on.
lazy.
You said, hold on. Let's backtrack for 2 seconds, okay? You said you have a lot of confidants.
Confidant.
Yeah.
Confidants. Oh, so you have mad friends?
Yeah, I guess,
What's wrong with that?
So as a man having mad confidants, that means you have mad female friends?
What's wrong with that?
That's a question. So I need an answer.
I do have a lot of female friends.
That you consider confidants?
I consider cool.
Can somebody give me the definition of a confidant?
Let's look, Wesley, can you look up the definition?
Because I don't know what a confidant means. Do you know what it means?
It's not a trick word. This is not a word like that's not been used. It's been
She
used.
thought you said concubine.
No, I've heard it before, but I don't think.
Here's the definition.
Are you trying to insinuate I have a lot of female friends? Where it's like, what's going on here?
It's a person with whom one shares a secret or private matter, trusting them not to repeat it to others.
Oh, so you know his secrets.
They make secrets.
Oh, they make secrets.
You need confidants.
It's a secret society.
But you said you have many. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
So he's telling his secrets all over
So
town.
you're making. You can't be telling secrets to everybody.
It's not about the secrets.
Y'all are making secrets.
I think it's about what energy that we keep and we share. So again, I can know you for a certain thing, but I may not say it. I may not. You know what I'm saying?
So are you single?
Same team, same dream.
So are you single?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why you have so many confidants.
No. I spend a lot of time with myself as well. So it's like
That's a tricky word. Who made that word?
It's probably the French. It
It's
does
French.
sound French, yeah. Confidant.
Confidant.
It sounds kind of Dutch.
Dutch? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No?
No, it's French.
It's French.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
hey.
All right, so who's the producer? 'Cause producers' lives matter too.
Devo.
Devo?
Devo.
Okay.
Devo the genius, man. Shout out Devo. He's from Lowell. You
Right
know,
on.
shout out Under Construction. That's his collective.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been cooking up with Devo for the past probably 4 to 5 months. We cooked up probably over 32 joints.
Damn.
So
That's
it's been-
crazy.
It's been good on top of everything else that I've been cooking up,
That's
working
super
on
awesome.
myself and with
Yeah.
other people. So it's just, you know, we're just storing that vault. We're just piling up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Arranging.
And what are you gonna do with all those? You gonna drop a project or some shit?
Yeah, I'm thinking that I wanna do a project. Obviously, I haven't dropped a project in 2 years since Recovery Island. And again, that 2 year span, just experiencing,
Yeah.
learning.
You dropped singles since then?
My last single was January, and that was Sun Up.
Hey, what's going on? Sorry.
Oh, why is it smoking?
That's crazy. How'd you
What's
do
in
it?
your
Smoking
drink?
there.
Put that in the
Some vape-
camera.
Some
Oh,
vape smoke.
Did you put your vape
I-
smoke in there?
I
That looks fucking awesome.
thought she threw a Bill Cosby in there. This is crazy. I was like, what?
That's dope. Sorry. Did you put out some singles, right?
Yeah, my last single was January, Sun Up.
Oh, okay.
So that was produced by Gib, executive produced by my manager Rob.
Yeah.
Rob puts in work, so yeah, we just been working. You know what I'm
Nice, dude.
saying? I haven't been rushing anything, just been trusting in the process.
Yeah.
Letting, you know, all the other wonderful artists do their thing. You know, it's
Giving
better
everybody
to support than,
Giving everybody else a
you know,
chance.
the-
yeah.
yeah.
Do you engineer at Sound Lab?
I engineer a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't engineer at Sound Lab. I'm not fully
Okay.
on the roster, but again, I've been just under that umbrella, learning a lot of the things that I need to learn, and you know, staying out the rain at the end of the day.
yeah.
Just really learning from everybody around me.
Yeah,
How can I implement that into myself? Obviously, I've been producing like the past year.
Oh, yeah?
Producing, engineering, just, you know, chopping, like, you know,
trying.
people
Yeah,
like
yeah.
J Rose, Devo, you know,
Yeah.
DJ Tone, they taught me how to chop, get on Serato. That's how you do it. And
Yeah.
after that, y'all put a gun in the man's hands and say, go rob something. We gonna make it happen. So I just been trying to make it happen within me, like,
Yeah.
instead of having that reliance on others or
Okay.
anybody else to do it.
Yeah, no, that's a good move, dude, because then you can be self-sufficient as an artist,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
What's that shirt mean? Make vagina priceless again?
This is my sister's sweater.
Okay.
I'm out here supporting.
Priceless in
Yeah.
priceless in what way?
Um,
Like it's not priceless anymore? I guess it does have a price sometimes, right?
yeah, OnlyFans.
$40.
It always has a
Always
price,
had
though.
a price?
But peep this though,
I
did
think
it
that's
not
true.
though?
I think that's true.
Vagina always had prices on them because back in the days, right? You had to put down a dowry to marry a person, to marry the woman, right?
I don't know. I never
You
heard of
had
that.
to. Okay, well, even today in African countries, you have to put down a dowry. I forgot, how do you say it?
Dowry?
Dowry, yes.
A chunk of money?
A huge chunk of money. You're basically paying for their daughter. In India, they do the same shit. In America,
There's prostitution.
there's prostitution. There you go. So there's the difference. But it's not a difference.
sugar babies.
It's always been this way, guys. So let's think back in the Bible, the first book ever invented, right?
Mm-hmm.
Made, right? Who had to pay? If you think about everybody that got married, they had to pay something in order to get to marry that woman. Whether it's to like sacrifice like a animal or something and bring it to the hills of gods or some shit like that. Whether it was like, you know, you had to go get many cows and give it to their father. You know, this has always been a thing. Vagina paying is a thing. You have to pay for the vagina. There's no way around that. Okay, there's no way around that.
So, what I feel about this quote, make it priceless again, is really to me saying like, because at the end of the day, not, you know, times have changed. So, you know, I know women that don't cook. I know women that can't do laundry.
Yeah.
I know women.
Spin that.
I know women that that don't work.
Yeah.
I know women, and mind you, me being raised by a woman, I've seen a woman do 10 times what a man does. So, you know what I'm saying? And I think in that self, it's priceless. You know what I'm saying? Like, for someone to hold your feelings, that's priceless. Because someone else shouldn't be coming to you saying, I want this. Whether it's information, whatever. And getting it because the price is on it. That's why I have confidence.
But love is without condition. Everybody loves with
I don't
condition.
believe that. Yeah.
Everybody
Wait.
loves with condition. So
They said it was without.
no, love is not without condition.
Yeah, I think the only unconditional love that exists is
From your kids.
dogs towards humans, and towards your kids.
But there's always a reason why you love your kids. There's always a reason why you love your dog.
Well, I mean, they're just that they're your kids.
Okay, so if it was anybody else's child, you wouldn't love them.
No.
Okay, that's the condition because it's your child.
They
There's
gotta be like
always
that.
a
Is that
condition.
condition?
No, I
Yeah,
think-
it
no,
is.
that's not what it means. That's not what it means.
Distant fan.
That's not what it means. Because like it means more like a condition, like if you treat me right, I'll love you, or whatever. You know, like with your kids, you just love them. Like even if they commit a murder, you're like, fuck. All right, let's figure this out. Let's
Bail 'em
figure
out.
this out. Yeah.
I knew he was gonna do this. But hey, we love him. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I guess that's the only instance, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
But yeah,
generally.
I mean, for me though, I'm just rocking, the sisters.
Well,
Sisters
shout out
brand?
to your sisters.
Where do people get that?
You gotta get it from her. If
So
anything,
DM
just
you.
yeah,
for
yeah,
plug?
yeah.
Social.
DM me. I'm like the first sponsor, basically. So I mean,
There we go.
feel me?
Period.
I'm just repping. You know what I'm
Gang.
saying?
Is that the name of
You
the
know what I'm
brand?
saying?
Make Vagina Priceless again?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
So she got hats. She
MVPA,
got
shout out.
sweaters. If it came down to it, where it was like, you know what I'm saying, fame is the greatest rapper in the world. If you got a sweater, I'm getting it. I'm wearing it.
Okay.
That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This is you know what I'm saying?
Famous. It would be worth
What's
it.
up?
Dallas Beats is $1 million. Put it on a sweater. I'll wear it. just let me know.
How does everybody find you? We go SeeFour, SeeFour.
Yes.
It's the real SeeFour
The
on
real
IG,
C4
right?
on IG and
Flash
stuff.
out
But like
Wesley.
even then, you can Google my name SeeFour. I'll
And
pop
then
up.
same thing on Spotify and all streaming platforms. That's how it's spelled. One
Everything.
word.
Literally.
Beautiful. I want to make sure people know that shit.
Word. SeeFour, tell me one fun, interesting fact about you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a very boring person, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. And
That's a boring answer.
I
I would have made up something. Like,
you
I
guys
would have became the most exciting person in the world. Like,
I'm not. Yo, I just,
No
I
cap.
just, you feel me? I just want to
cap.
live. That's all. Okay, but I think the most exciting thing. I'm very spontaneous. You know, I've done a lot of spontaneous things in life, as even being young, and I think that's why like a lot of people around me has like held me to the standard of like, oh, you can understand this or you can do this because what you've been like your mind and where you've been. So like I think like just depending on what it is, let's do it. I'm really an open book. You
Say
know what
yes
I'm saying?
type of guy.
Like there have been
Yeah.
times where we been like me and my friends been chilling. Like I remember I think it was like 2019, 20, and it was Carnival in New York. We never been to Carnival in New York. It was like it's like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Yo, y'all want to go to Carnival? Let's go.
Nice.
Got up and went. It's I think people make a lot of things harder than expected. So I think me like being open about things really makes me like the most exploring person ever I can be.
That's
you
dope.
know? But there are a lot of things that black people don't do. So yeah.
So is that
racist?
racist?
It's like
No.
that was negative
But
against
he's
the
black.
race of people.
exactly. He gets it.
No. We was having this conversation earlier. I said Chinese people are mean,
Which is racist.
and he said it's racist.
You're not Chinese.
We have no one here to speak for Chinese people.
So
So
then, hold on, we're debating.
Yeah.
Listen, right? So he goes, well, that's racist, and I'm like, what the hell? And then he said, what did you say?
Like, it depends on context.
No. You said something positive. I think about black people, and I said and then I said that's racist, and then he says no, it's not racist, and I'm like, hold on, what?
Because I define racism as treating somebody in a bad, like treating somebody poorly or negatively based simply on their race.
Yeah.
Or saying something bad about an entire race of people.
Is that what you do with Chinese? That's a crazy statement. That's a crazy statement. Nah,
But it's not mean though. It's not like
But
it's
it
not
is.
mean. So I think racist
Well,
is
again,
racist.
if I said black people are mean, you wouldn't look at me cross-eyed?
like that's racist. She's like that's really racist. Really? Yeah, I mean, hey,
yeah, some black people are mean.
That's not what I said, though.
You know.
I said all black. I said black people, which implies all
General.
black people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't say all Chinese people are me. I just said Chinese people are me. That means some Chinese, right?
all.
It implies
You gotta,
some.
be
It implies all.
specific.
So,
You gotta say
You
some.
gotta say like
say the some.
you gotta
Otherwise
say
you're saying
like-
all.
So if you say black people
Like-
make the best chicken, that's racist,
No.
right?
That's a
that's
compliment.
that's a fact.
No.
It's racial.
That's
it's racial.
double
It's a
crossing.
stereotype.
It's
It's
this stereotype.
It's racial, but it's not racist because you're not saying
Because it's
something
not
negative.
me.
It's not negative.
Because it's not
In my
negative.
definition, I might be wrong about the fucking actual definition, but that's how I think about it.
Pull up the
Really.
Yeah, let's pull up the definition of racist.
Of racist,
man.
yes. I want to know of racist because
Oh, man.
to me,
They're
if
pulling
you
up the definitions when I'm here, guys. I've
so if
Like
I
facts.
so if I say Mexicans make the best tacos,
Not racist.
stereotypical though.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like-
Wesley Webster.
Everybody would
Wesley
assume
Webster.
that. Everybody would assume that. But
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group,
Yeah.
typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Right.
Based on antagonism, it has to be negative.
And I disagree with the end of that. So they changed that recently, by the way. Only especially minorities and
Minorities?
marginalized.
that's minority.
I was about to be like, is them Chinese minorities?
Minorities then. Who? Okay, so
That depends where you live. That depends where you live.
Okay, it's cool. Okay, so
Okay.
you guys would be minorities. You and Wesley would be minorities in this room, right?
No.
Because
In the
there's
room,
less
yeah,
in
but-
the room.
Not in the
Yes,
country, though.
in the room, because there's less of you guys, right? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what minorities means, right? It
It's
doesn't
typically referring to a population.
population.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
live in the hood, so you know where I'm at.
Yes, sir.
You know where I'm at on the spectrum. I'm not a minority. I'm a minority, but I'm a minority in poverty. That's what it is. Me. So, you know.
So we got to talk about the gun shit after this shooting yesterday. It left me super upset.
Oh, the school.
The school shooting and all the
They're
shootings
just
recently.
babies, man.
All the shootings recently. The ones with kids fucking really hit me because I'm a dad.
Yeah.
And so those always freak me out the most, you know, and they're the most innocent people too. So like, I get
Blessings
wicked
go out to
emotional.
those
Do you do
family and
music?
kids.
Oh, what's your name, love? Queen.
I was in the
Oh,
middle of talking.
Whoops.
my bad. She looked like an artist, and I seen something in her eyes when I looked
So you
there.
thought
So
that
I'm
was a good
like,
reason to interrupt me?
no, it wasn't perfect timing.
right,
It was not a good
Definitely
reason.
not. Definitely not.
It's like the worst time.
It was just like
That's
not
Fame's specialty.
the best timing. Queen, do you sing or you rap? You rap. Dope. That's dope shit. That is amazing. I just wanted to know that. How do you feel about the shooting? Going back to it.
I'm a mom also, so
You're what?
I'm a mom also.
Oh.
It's kind of scary to think you could be getting your kids ready for school and they're about to have fun with their friends or something, and then some shit like that.
Terrifying.
happens in
Yeah.
2 seconds.
But also too, like, we got to be careful not to get too emotional based on those because, like, as much as they're horrifying, it's a small percentage of the overall gun death in this country. It's really mostly about, like, what I end up getting really upset about is just like, Jesus Christ, like, there's so much fucking gun death
Yeah.
all the time in this country, like so much more than any other, you know, first world or, you know, country that's kind of at our level. And it's insane, right? That we just continue to really do essentially nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to know, like, I'm of the opinion at this point that, like, we pretty much need to get rid of guns. You know, like, I know we have the
Europe
Second
don't have-
Amendment and all that stuff, but, like, I think that we've proven that we're not responsible enough to have that right. Right? Like, because the cost, at least so far, of having the right is all of this death. And to just keep going is to basically make the statement like, that's an acceptable cost. I want my fucking gun. You know, And so I think that we need to try to find a way out of it. It feels like an impossible problem to solve because like there's more guns than people in this country.
It is.
You know?
We need our guns, man.
They be having gun
We
conventions
need
and
our guns,
everything.
dog.
So
bro.
we need guns right now because bad guys have guns, right?
Yeah.
So I own a gun, right? So I'm kind of hypocritical about it. But I have one because I want that emergency button. You know, if I need it, I want to have it because I know that like I might need it someday because of the
people are
world I
crazy.
live in, you know? And a lot of people feel that way, you know, but like if we could take guns out of the bad guys' hands, then like we wouldn't need them so much anymore. So is that even possible? Like how do we do that? You know, do we still need it for like the protecting from a tyrannical government? Like that whole thing, I'm
You
kind of
can't
like,
really. I'm sorry, C4,
Yeah.
real quick. You can't. I don't think it's gonna be hard to get rid of guns. You know why?
Crazy hard.
Because I've heard like my people's telling me like in Chicago, feds drop off guns like duffel bags of like guns and shells in like alleys and leave it there, or they'll get into cars like tinted cars and just go on a block and start shooting to rouse shit up. So in places like these, and this is why like place like Chicago, the death rate is so crazy every second because there's no stopping it. It's not like you're buying it. You could go outside your house and it's right there. You have access to it.
I mean, that's
So-
pretty anecdotal. I've never heard of that before. So I don't really think we can like base anything on that.
I believe that.
I
though.
mean, I've heard,
You
just
believe
because
it?
you
Yeah.
haven't heard it, I heard it. You know, I've heard
so
it.
crazy.
Hold on, no, but there's just duffel bags of guns left by the feds all over the place.
If they put the
There's
drugs
so
in the
many-
hood, why wouldn't they put the guns in the hood?
Well, I mean,
that-
no, maybe, right? But like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
For real.
So it's so crazy because there is also too. I mean, like definitely blessings to the families and everybody that is going through that situation right now. It's very unfortunate. There's actually a show on that just came out on, I think it's Hulu, Netflix, somewhere. I think it's Hulu, but they're actually describing how corrupt like the
Government.
police system was
Yeah.
in Chicago and how they used to do shit like that, like go rob people, rob the dude, take their guns. You know what I'm saying? Now the gun that they took off him, they basically
Planted it on somebody
like,
else.
either using it because it's untraceable, so they're not using their traceable gun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And they're like doing it like that. Also, too, ghost guns. Ghost guns is big. Like a lot of motherfuckers is really getting a 3D printer and just tracing the shit out and
Yeah.
whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, you can't just
if,
make a gun
if,
now,
if,
yeah.
if you're from the military too, that's just another thing where it's like, bro, I know how to dismantle a gun and put it back together.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of crazy. And even in high schools is teaching you this, JROTC, military school, the schools is really teaching you how to
yeah.
maneuver with these things or go across these things before they even come your way. And like, I think that really it just comes big on, I think, just more guidance, man. More guidance there, more self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if talking to your child, that's another thing. Talking, communicative, trying to be at least. And if not, then there are many alternatives for people who are going through certain things. But I don't even think it's the gun spectrum, really. I think it's just the mental spectrum that everybody's in.
But like,
And,
don't you think
you know-
other countries have plenty of mental health issues and everything? Like, we're pretty fucked up here right now. But like, you know, like the big difference in America is that we have guns everywhere.
Yeah.
Compared to other places.
Yeah.
You know, and that's to me why there's such a huge difference in the stats.
Boston's mad sheltered. Like I'm just so fortunate to be from Boston, yo. I'm just like a happy ass Bostonian person, you know. because
You don't got the
No.
accent though.
Boston.
when I go elsewhere, it just makes me realize how much like I do have, you know. Like, you know, we have hoods, but like our hoods are just so like you want to live there. You
I believe
actually
we're different
wanna,
because we're a
like,
Commonwealth.
yeah, it's like, yes, the people, the government has to take care of their citizens. And that's what I love about Massachusetts. And elsewhere, they don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about their environment, their well-being. And that's why,
Or like the place is too big to even split up.
to even care about.
Resources, like, yeah.
The shit that I've heard and seen outside of my comfort zone was just like, wow. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it sounds crazy hearing that police drop off guns in hoods, but like, yo, shit's crazy.
I mean, that definitely could be true, right? But that's not gonna make like the real noticeable. That's not why there's 400 million guns in the country.
No, that's not
Yeah,
why.
why are
But
there
that's
400 million guns? That's
that-
crazy.
Because people buy them like crazy. You know.
That's just wild.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. You know, and why does everybody need them like that? We don't need them like that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so, but you
I
said we
remember
need
fighting
our
was a
guns. So
thing.
like, so what makes you like feel that?
You gotta protect yourself, man. You know.
Right? Because bad guys have guns.
Yeah.
So like, what if? So yeah. So like, I think so. That's the first problem I think that has to be solved to make any progress. Because as long as that's true, like nobody's gonna want to give them up, and they shouldn't have to, right? Because if it was just a bunch of gun control and people couldn't get them legal anymore, then like that would suck. Because then only the bad guys would have them, right?
Right.
So how do we fucking fix that?
Nobody has guns. In Europe, the police don't even carry guns.
Right, and that's why there's so many less shootings.
Huh?
And that's why there's so many less shootings.
Less shooting. That's what I'm saying. Nobody should have guns. So if so the civilians don't feel like, oh well, they have a gun and they already do X, Y, and Z. Why can't I protect myself with a gun? Let the police. Nobody have guns, cause then take out your little whipping thing and whip a person if that's what you have to do, because that black person or that Asian or that white person is not going to take out a gun and shoot you back. They'll probably smack you. They'll probably punch you. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all will fight.
Catch these hands.
Y'all be
They should
catching
be trained. They
hands.
should be trained.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the big reasons-
It's crazy.
One
It's
of the
crazy.
reasons that cops end up shooting people is because they're getting beat up.
But
you
they're
wanna
in
fight, they wouldn't have to
training.
fucking shoot.
So they don't teach y'all how to teach them how to fight.
Not enough. No,
No,
they
no,
really
no,
don't.
no,
They
no,
really
no.
don't.
Not
They
in the
really
police
don't.
academy.
Cops should be
That's
taking
crazy.
jiu-jitsu, and they train like
They
I
teach
forget,
them
it was
how to
like
eat
once every couple of
donuts.
years they do a couple classes on how to fight.
Wow.
I think is what I heard. It's something like that. They should be in there fucking 2-3 times a week.
Doing some
They
martial
should
arts
take
and
more
shit.
fighting
Just
classes.
Taekwondo.
Yes.
No,
Taekwondo.
training is a huge issue with cops. Training is a huge
That's
issue.
that's what needs to be fixed. Because if that's fixed, then people will be like, okay, yeah, because then the law would be stricter on
Well-
people that have guns.
But most people that own guns, want them for protection, aren't trying to protect themselves from police. They're trying to protect themselves from
That's
criminals.
not what I'm saying though. You're not only protecting yourself. It's the model thing. You're being a model. And I'm saying if you take guns away from all of us, we're gonna be like, well, hey, they have guns and they already don't like black people. They already hurt black people. So we need our guns to. And I live in a hood. I got ops. I gotta protect. You know, we're gonna look at it like that. People mean everybody, not just black people. So if they took guns away from state officials, I think us as peoples, we will feel comfortable to
I think
say
that's so backwards.
They're gonna get
that should be
shot.
the last person to lose their guns.
that doesn't make
All
sense.
the cops is getting shot without their guns.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got a question.
Yeah.
How did this young man obtain this gun?
Legally, 18th birthday, he went and bought them.
Where? In Texas,
Texas,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't even read up the
Yeah.
article like that crazy.
Yeah, me
I've been
neither.
hearing about it,
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty
that's
sure that's
wild.
true. The data of these things, the information always changes, but that's what I heard today, yeah. Fucking, so that's crazy. So, like, there's a giant problem with legal guns right there. Right?
Especially
That's
in Texas. though.
demonstration.
Like they be having gun conventions.
So number one, it's got to be like way harder to get a gun legally if you're gonna buy one. Like you should have to wait a month, get checked out, all type of shit. Like it should be taken seriously if you're gonna be able to buy guns.
You're still
He
getting
just
one.
went- he
Nobody
just
should
went
have a
into the
problem with that,
store
right?
and was like, "Yeah, give me that."
Some
gun.
shit, yeah.
But you're still allowed to get a gun. You're saying that in order for this to be fixed, there needs to be
No guns.
no guns, right? Not
That's my dream. That's
No
super
guns.
idealistic and might be impossible.
So there's no possible way of getting rid of guns
So-
unless the upper people
No.
loses
it
their
has to
guns.
go the other way because we have to get them out of. We have to get. I think we have to get
Yeah,
rid of
if you
illegal guns first.
get it out the
illegal guns
streets,
is why everybody else needs.
Get
guns.
it out
gonna
the
be hard to
streets.
do.
But
So how do you
then,
do that? How do you do that?
It's impossible.
I think it might be possible. What if there was like a crazy buyback program, like $10,000 for every gun?
For illegal guns,
For any gun. You hand in a
any
gun to the
gun.
cops, you get $10,000.
okay.
A lot of people are handing
you
them.
might get a couple. You're not gonna get all of them.
And it was 20. And, right?
couple get
And
some,
we're
you know
talking
what I
crazy,
mean?
right? It was that, or you get busted with an illegal gun, it's 20 years in jail.
Yeah.
20 years in jail or $10,000.
You know, in New York, they
You
got
gotta
can't
you
be
gotta
no
really
catch.
want that
Honestly,
gun.
if I
You
don't even
gotta-
own a gun, I'm taking somebody's guns and turning it.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be stealing guns off people to hand them in. Exactly, dude.
Exactly,
I
right?
got-
Like that type of shit might
I
work.
got 5 blicks. That's 50,000. Zip it up.
There has to be no catch though, cause some
No
guns,
catch.
Give 'em a
cause
BB
some
gun.
guns got
Yeah.
you know bodies on them.
Yeah, just open it
Cause
up.
some guns got bodies on them, so it's like they can't be no catch. If I hand in this gun, you're not gonna match it to some shit that's already going on, right?
Yeah, they would have to drop a lot of that.
They would
too.
have to drop all of that in order for that, because
It
then
has
people
to feel
yeah.
real
yeah.
comfortable to
Yeah.
bring in
Yeah.
a blicky.
Feel
They
that
just
comfortable,
got 20
yeah.
bodies on it.
Yeah,
And somebody's
exactly.
like,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta promise. There's no repercussions.
Maybe you can take the barrel
It
out
was like,
and then
yo,
hand it in
right?
so they can't trace the
It's so
shit or
crazy
something
because
like
they was
that.
talking about kind of like weed the same way. Like if there was like a weed box that you could like drop weed onto because like weed is getting like illegal or whatever,
Yeah.
and then the meme was like a person in the box, like waiting for people to drop shit. It's literally gonna be like that. Yo, it's gonna be crazy. And there's always loopholes around crazy and
Yeah,
shit.
but no, I mean that's what they did in Australia. I don't think it was $10,000, but
Oh, wow.
in 1996 there was a mass shooting, and they were like, "Fuck this shit," We're buying everybody's guns, and there hasn't been another one since.
America like this shit. That's why they love this shit.
Yeah.
We
That's
love
why.
guns.
That's why they would never do. Because there's multiple countries that don't play about guns. They don't play about that shit. But America take that shit lightly.
It's always
They
been built
okay
in,
with
yeah.
it. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the thing. We're okay with it, which is the most fucked up part.
I gotta
Like,
check how many guns are actually manufactured in America.
Yeah, good, Wesley.
Wesley.
So of the guns that are in America, like of that 400 million or whatever, like how many are made here, type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
Right. What would that tell you? Like
I feel
if
like
they
that
being
was-
imported,
Like kind of just how we even getting modified.
I
and just
want to know
complete
like
guns.
how many are sold in America? Like are we selling like enough, or are they being imported? Like where's it all coming from?
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to know who's making a Desert Eagle and where is it made? Where is
That
it
sounds
made?
like an American gun to me.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, cause that's a wild another annotation too. Is that again like. Unless you're going where they only got guns in Saudi Arabia, are you going over there and getting the gun and coming back?
Yeah.
Like how does that go? So I just think too, what we manufacture is kind of like you said, what we're selling off, and that's just another profit in a way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Gunslinging.
find
America
out what
gunslings, just like they.
So it says like in 2019 around 7.011 million firearms were manufactured in the United States, and it's been
7.1, you said?
yes
Mhm.
yeah, and then 2018 was 9 million, 2017 was 8 million, 2016 was 11 million.
Small percentage total, but a lot, yeah. And more guns were bought, I think, in 2020 or whatever. It wasn't like ever
Yeah,
before and
it
shit.
just
That's
doesn't
over
show the
25
use
million
after
guns.
2019.
Yeah, they
Yo,
cranked them up.
what the?
So what about at least a ban on handguns and assault rifles?
Then what guns do you have?
Just shotguns, hunting rifles, and shit like that.
Yeah, don't they got like guns that where you do warning shots? I think shit like that is like better.
I haven't heard of that, but that would be dope.
Really? You haven't heard
Like a
of
warning
guns
shot?
that got like warning shots? It's like a beanbag.
Like a blank?
Or like,
like a non-lethal?
Yeah, it'll just hit. It'll hit you.
I have
It'll
heard, yeah, like
cause-
rubber bullets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Non-lethal weapons would be fantastic. Like
Non-lethal
that,
weapons.
So you know the fishing. What do you call the hooks? The when you go fishing, the fishing hook that
Bait.
that closes in to capture them.
I don't know about that one.
It's like a it's like it
Another
catches
thing black
it
people
goes
do.
it goes into the fish and then it like basically opens
Okay.
so that way you can like
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
you know what is it called?
Like a grappling hook? I don't know. I never heard of that
I
kind of
never
fishing
been
hook.
fishing.
Yeah. So my friend had passed away because he got stabbed. He was fighting this guy and he got stabbed
Oh, it sucks.
with it or whatever. So the fight was done, but he didn't realize he got stabbed. And then after like 10 minutes later, he drops, but nobody knows what happened to him or whatever, because there's no stab on. Later on, yeah, he died. He dies like there on the spot while waiting for ambulance, and yeah. Later on, we find out he was bleeding internally, that he got stabbed internally or whatever. So the thing is, people do not need guns because there's so many other weapons in this world. You know what I mean? There's so many other weapons. And it's just like, for you to have a gun to kill somebody, like to me, a person should not be killed unless under certain conditions, okay? Some people deserve to be killed.
What are those
Okay.
conditions?
Those conditions are
She's ruthless.
Rapists,
are
child
rape.
molesters.
Those ones, yes. Those ones. But yeah, those ones.
Yeah, I'd rather
I was
get-
gonna say.
I'd rather get shot than stabbed though.
She was like, that nigga took it. Nah, he don't get shot.
So under no condition, I feel like anybody should be getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Because it just doesn't make sense for you to want to kill somebody over like certain things. Now I know there's like down the line beefs where it's like, okay, he killed my homie. Like, you
I was
know,
just about to get to that.
so it's like, you know, a chain of reactions. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is so tricky because it's like, I wouldn't want to be in that mix where it's like, and it's kind of too bad where it's like where you come from that already. You feel what I'm saying? But for me, I lost my cousin, but the person that killed him got killed by the cops. You know what I'm saying? Like a week later. So it's just like, for me, that's like, I'm not finna sit here and be like, okay, well, that was your cousin that killed my cousin. You feel what I'm saying? Or that's your brother that killed my brother. You feel what I'm saying? Because as to that point, to me, I became so spiritual and I was like, okay, that person's already gone. That person that killed my cousin is already gone. Thankfully, I didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To take a soul, you don't have a soul.
Exactly, because then all of their bearings goes on to you. You feel what I'm saying? If you read the scriptures, if you kill somebody, then all of their sins, you have to pay for their sins. You feel me? So why would I want to put my sins why would I want to sin on to somebody else that literally did not do the crime and I don't have that personal problem with. But I'm not going to chain react because I'm gangsta. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's what happens a lot of the times in these streets. Everybody's too gangsta to realize, like, yo, you did not have to do that. You did not have to, like, you know, you didn't have to, like, you know.
People don't square up enough anymore.
You know,
yeah.
it doesn't make sense because now you don't realize how much now you have to carry on. And you don't realize that until probably you do realize that, and some people, they die in that grief. But for me, I believe so much after death. So it's like I'm not going to haunt myself in that sense. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, put the guns down, y'all.
Put the guns down.
Unless somebody's like literally attacking you, like, you know what I'm saying? And even so, like, I'm not
You got
gonna
a gun, run.
run.
That's what I always say, man. I know how to use 2 feet, scrabble, jump a couple fences and all that. Come on now, like,
You know?
So you rather get beat up than shoot somebody?
Yeah, I get beat up. Like, yeah. My thing is, if I'm getting jumped or whatever, like, I'm fighting for my life. You know what I'm saying? If I'm
Because I remember he had a bar, he was like, these little niggas don't want to get punched in their faces, so they keep a gun on them and catch a bunch of cases. I'm like, that's some real shit right there, man.
Yeah.
Like, niggas don't want to get punched in the face.
And
They
what
don't
he
want to get
said.
smacked.
So, like,
so they'll take that case.
That's not
That's wild.
real.
That's wild.
Jada,
No,
you
get
just
punched in the
said,
face.
Jada Kidd said, these little niggas. First of all, these little niggas rather pick up a gun than get punched in the face. You feel what I'm saying? You must be straight pussy and bitch if you can't take hits. You feel what I'm saying? As a man at that, if you have to pick up a gun because you know somebody wants to fight you, and you just like, bro, you too gangster to fight. You straight bitch, nigga. There's
What if the
nothing.
niggas
So like
way
Jada,
bigger than you?
so like
you just gonna take
Jada,
that? You just gonna take that?
so like Jada was saying it from a standpoint of because his era,
Don't fight him.
his era they used to fight. So I get where that bar's coming from. Where he's saying that, you know,
That's exactly what he's saying.
He's saying that these young niggas, instead of getting hit because they've either never been hit, they've never been chastised, they've never been straightened out. So instead of being punched and feeling something like that, they'll rather go sit in a courtroom, have a judge say to you, "You got 20." Then that should hurt more than a punch.
Butt play with. I swear these niggas is gay. That's why y'all love that shit. Y'all love that shit because it don't make sense. No.
Somebody playing with your
Why would you rather go to jail than to get into a fight?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm clarifying how Jada was put in this bar. Because, again, that is just the young era. The young era don't like to be beat.
That's facts.
When you was beat, you got beat, you sucked it up, kept it going. Yeah. Like now, when kids get beat, they want to go kill somebody. They want to go because hands was put on to them. Yeah. So they're not, they want to go kill somebody, and then if not killing somebody, they're in the courtroom and they're taking that charge, and it's not like you was rather off getting beat. You was rather
exactly. Usually these niggas are crying. They praying they now know God, and
or
they
two,
motherfucking telling.
Or two, you go into an environment where you was never around. Like again, I've never been to jail, but I've heard stories. Been in a holding cell, but I don't even want to go in a holding cell.
Exactly.
Like there's some things that you go to and you be like, nah, I don't want it. Some, again, like you're saying, I think a young generation now, since that's all they know, that's what they love.
Niggas be like, I don't care, I'll take this case, I'll beat this case. Like, bro, why would you even want to be in and out of court? Like, that's like, you know how much time you miss out being in and out of, like, just being in and out of fucking court? Yeah. A day, like, I mean, being in and out of jail, like.
But like also too, I've met some institutionalized minds where they're like, yo, jail's better than being on the outside.
Cause
they're like, I get 3 square meals a day.
Niggas
they're like, I get a bed,
and they got like, a bunch of dicks to suck on. Like they got mad off shit. Ooh, red. That's they brown.
That's what they like to get down.
Niggas is weird. No, that shit's weird to me, yo.
Weird niggas is gonna stay weird.
Weird. My titties done. If I can go to jail with girls, man, I'm gonna have me some fun, man. There you go. I don't get tired.
I gotta change that gender. Take that cake. Crazy. Yes.
Maybe I'm gonna get my titty.
Crazy. Never thought of that. Is that the same? So if I change my gender, do I go to girls' jail?
In certain states.
No, in Europe too.
In America too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you have like the entirety of it, yes. But if you saying that you're just a female and you still have a dick, nigga, you going to men's jail.
Okay. Oh wow.
You better cut that shit
off. Oh man.
They have to deport me, man.
They got to deport me here. Hey, bro, I'm not supposed to be here, you know. Take me to jail out there. I like it better than bro. You're not gonna. Yeah, that's crazy.
Facts, like, let me tell you, Europe, they have fun in jail. Like, Europe, they wear regular clothes in jail. Yeah.
Like, I heard A$AP Rocky was in, like, when he went to jail out there in the UK, he was plush. It's so crazy, because Atlanta just did, if anybody watches Atlanta, they did an episode on that, where like, Paperboy got out of jail, and he was like, they was asking, he was like, you want me to turn your nightlight off? He was like, oh, nah, you good, man. He was like, okay. Then they let him out. It was wild. So, yeah, I mean... Yeah.
And that's because
I don't see Europe police.
Right.
I don't want to see how that finds out. I don't know. I don't want to find that out, though. I don't want to find out what their jails are like.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't want to find out either. But if
you ever watch Locked Up Abroad?
No, I watch Wentworth.
See, I'm a boring nigga, bro. I'm sitting home at 20 years old and watch Locked Up Abroad like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
What's the worst place to get locked up then, according to Locked Up Abroad?
Some
bad ones, right?
It's a couple places. Nah, America's mad. They be like going to like Taiwan, like coke smuggling, all of that. But like they
probably
like,
Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico. Some say like Taiwan. Some are places I've never even heard of. That's like this is here. But like like this person got locked up. They couldn't even get a call. They didn't get no calls. Like, they're in there. Their family don't even know they're locked up. Their family's calling mad jails, but again, it's international. So they're trying to find name. Nope, we can't find that person. We don't know who that is.
That's
Crazy. Like, you're in a cell full of like 30, 20 people, 25, just in that cell. Like, it's crazy. Certain places.
What's Mike Ross saying there? What's up, Mike?
What's good,
Miss you,
Mike?
bro. Saying Sweden, you probably gotta scoot the whole.
What the fuck he's saying? I bet he's talking
It's
shit.
crazy.
That nigga always
Mike's
talking
wild.
shit.
Oh, you gotta love
That's
Mike.
why his motherfucking ass left Boston. He was about to get these paws put on him.
Ooh.
Oh, who wanted to beat you up? I heard that. What
Jail
you
ain't never
saying?
fun. Sweden got a nice jail. He says, "What's up, C4?"
Yeah, what's good,
Mexico East, Mexico easy. Yeah, Mexico's supposed to be bad.
Right. Yeah, Mexico's pretty.
That's where
Crazy.
Prison Break took place, right? You guys watch that show, Prison Break?
No, I heard it was good though.
It was cool.
I
It was
gotta
alright,
take
yeah,
some time on that.
It was a good, like, fucking
Prison Break is
show,
what?
TV show.
Oh, TV show. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like a lot of old shows. I don't watch a lot of new stuff. New stuff be blowing my mind. I don't know what it is, you know.
Only
I'm
jail
like-
show
I'm like-
I seen was 60 Days In. I don't know if y'all heard of that.
I think I heard of it. I forget how much I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever aired the episode, but I was on Scared Straight.
You
Oh,
were?
you were?
Didn't work, huh?
What you out here doing? Yeah.
No.
Is the hype real? They be really in your faces. They be really picking
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah.
I was seeing a little corner to me, dude. Like, if I was really locked up with you, I'd be scared. But like, these guys are right.
Yeah.
I'm
How
going
was
home,
you
right.
staying solid? Was you?
Nah, I was talking mad shit. I'm still going home.
Nah, we gotta find that
I'm
episode,
still
man.
going
Yeah,
home.
we gotta find that,
Like, she was all spitting in my face, bitch, you're gonna be here. I'm still going home. Like, the fuck? And then she's like, yeah, I'm gonna see her here. She's gonna be here. We're gonna live together. That's gonna be my ass. My ass. Bitch, what ass? You're fucking right. I'm never coming back here again. This pretty ass, nope.
So then it worked. She scared you straight.
She didn't scare shit straight. That place was stank. Like, this too ghetto for me. Like, shit.
Crazy.
I need a shower. I spent 45 minutes an hour in the shower. Bitch, you can't tell me to get out in, what, 2 seconds? Like, time's up. No,
Crazy.
bitch.
You spent an hour in the shower?
45 minutes to an hour.
It's a long time.
So I niggas can't be in jail. Niggas gonna be going to the hole over the stupidest things. Y'all put my food on a tray, not a plate. Send it to the hole. This is all big problems.
That's like, yes. All this noise at nighttime, I can't sleep. Not happening.
Crazy.
Yeah, they would actually kick me out of jail. They would kick me the fuck out. Like, oh no,
Put you
we
in
not.
solitary
Pelican Bay.
confinement.
She gotta go to Pelican Bay.
Put you in a room by yourself, man. 23 hours a day.
Yeah.
Let you out in a little cage area for
sunlight.
resource.
Like, it's dark in here. We ain't like that.
Can't. Where's my mirrors?
Hell yeah, I need mirrors on
Trying to do
all
makeup,
the
the
walls.
light shut off. Trying to do makeup.
He looks all fucked
Never
up.
douche.
They let her out for fucking yard time. She's got lip gloss all over.
I look in the mirror for thinking that I'm cute and I freak out. Guards!
I can't.
One eyelash on.
They be like, did you get beat up? Nobody's in here with you. What's going on? You fighting yourself? Hey, it's good. Hey, yeah. But that's a place I would never want to go. So that's why I just stay on the music, stay focused. You know.
Yeah, man. Life's crazy, man.
It sure is. That's the good part about it, though, I guess, right?
The crazy part about life.
It's just the fact that it's so crazy is what makes it so good.
Yeah. I say I live a crazy life, but it's really boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was young, I lived in Four Corners, and we lived on Elmont Street. So it's Harvard.
What's the craziest? Oh, sorry. What's the craziest thing? Because I feel like you're about to say something crazy. In your
Yes.
city. What's the craziest thing you ever seen in your city?
Did you cut me off to get that question answered?
Yes. But also too, so others can answer.
Okay. Well, since it sounds like you don't want to hear me talk.
No, I'm
That's the more that I'm gonna talk. Anyways, like I was saying, so this is actually crazy, actually. So it goes into what you was already saying. But so we lived like on Elma, and then there was like School Street off of Harvard Street or whatever. So
I lived off of Geneva near Toplift, so I know.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, at midnight or whatever. And then there was always a bunch of us on Ripley Road as well. So at midnight there would be nobody on the streets and shit, and me and the girls, we would just do like stupid ass pranks or dares.
Y'all was hanging on Ripley at midnight?
Yeah, we live on Elma, cause that was just like it was the spot. It was the spot. Yeah, it was the spot. So, but we did this on School Street. So my friend, she would go, "Oh, I double dare you to go stand on top of a car." Okay, easy. Okay, and then I'll go,
Don't know whose car.
I double dare you to run shirtless. And she would do it. Boom. And then they did, and we did shots. So we was all fucked up as kids. We was like 15, 16, right? Yeah, mad bad. So then one time, one of them, I had dared one of them to do completely nude, run down School Street and back. Yo, as soon as she crossed the street, you heard the sirens. What?
What? Yo. You setting people up for failure. That's a whole case.
Yo.
Holy.
The police comes. Yo, we shook as fuck. So she's hiding because it's a park on School Street. It's a park, so she's hiding like behind the slides or whatever. So then he's flashing the lights, and we're just on the side like, oh, just dying.
Trying to find that.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, did you see that dog run across the street? He was like, that was a dog? I was like, yeah, I thought so. It was a big old dog. He was like, what are you kids doing out so late? And we're just like, we live here, and we're sitting on the porch like, Yo, he acted like he left, but then he turned his light off and like parked on the side. This bitch come back running. This nigga backs his car up.
Man. He knew that wasn't no dog. He said
he backs his car up. She was so embarrassed. And we tried to put her clothes back on in time, and when he got there, her titties she was like this, and her titties was like that.
Out of pocket.
Yo, we was so drunk, and we was just dying in front of the cop or whatever. But we was already in front of the crib. She put her shirt back on, and we was just talking mad shit to him, like, "Oh, you like that? You like that?"
Oh man.
Yeah, that was probably an entertaining night for that cop. That is most action you got to see all day. You feel me?
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Mike Ross in the chat.
What he say?
He said his craziest shit was he saw a girl get stabbed in the head with a pen, and saw a man lay on his back and pee in the air.
That was crazy.
Hold on, and let it land in his hand.
Just probably on his body.
On his back.
Like a fountain? Like up in the air?
I bet he's that man. I bet you're that man, Ross. You fucking nasty.
Yo, wow. Craziest thing
He said I live a crazy life. What he said, nobody's scared of fame. She 410.
Oh, man.
Scared straight in health at all. Crazy. Yo. I love you.
I think the craziest thing I've seen, and this was just recently, I seen a person do a line on the orange line.
Oh, nice.
That's
showing.
Yo, it was crazy.
It
was so crazy because I was just coming from like teaching some kids.
What time of day was that?
It was morning, crack, like 1 in the afternoon.
What type of person was it?
Because I was teaching kids at East Boston High in their poetry unit for like a week. So I was taking the orange line back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I go on the train. This man is geeked. Mind you, I'm walking, going to the train like, yo, my day's hard, man. I was teaching these kids all day, man. This is crazy. I get on the train and see that. I said,
Stu's party.
I said, yo, I thought my life was bad. Nah, son, keep going. See it through, my boy. But yeah, that's probably the craziest thing I've ever seen recently. I've seen crazy stuff in Mass and in Boston, but
There's
like
a lot of crazy shit out there.
yeah. It's never been kind of like you said though, going out to other places and seeing what they do out there. Like what, this is normal. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It's just crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah, the world, nobody like Bostonians. I learned that.
I think it's because the stigma we have. But it's not a bad.
What is it?
I don't think it's a bad stigma.
What is it, though?
I think it's just, it's tough. It's like tough love. Like honestly, I started to see Boston's effect, as an example, like in basketball. When they was just beating niggas nonstop in the 80s, 70s, 90s. I was like, oh, now I see why
Which is a cocky ass
are
place.
just so like
everybody.
why niggas hate them, and why they're in the finals now, niggas still hate them. Like it's there's no
even the
around
poorest people. Because if you peep this
Fact.
on Mass Ave, them niggas be mad bougie on Mass Ave asking for money still. How you asking me for $5?
Different.
Like, why? It's just I'm like, yo, I didn't realize that and think about it until I was in Jersey and people made me feel so like a bigger of a person than I actually ever felt in my life.
But why? Is that because Jersey holds standards, Jersey to standards, Jersey? Or like Jersey
What's
standards?
Jersey think that we think our our shit don't stink and our noses in the air, and we just think we're the it factor, and I'm just like, to think about it, I am, you know, and us as a whole, we are like that. Everybody's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the brokest person you know in your life, even like the most person in poverty, tell me they're not bougie as fuck.
They're bougie, very much.
Fuck, right?
Very much.
Exactly.
Listen, I got beer pocket champagne dreams, but that beer tastes like champagne, though.
Period.
the beer tastes like champagne. That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think we're just, you know, content people. Like, you know what I'm saying? We do make the best of what we have. I think that's just what it is. And we do, like, unlike other places that are, you know, poor, and, you know, I think we actually, you know, we have dreams and goals, and, you know, you being 21 and having so much experience with music under your belt is like, wow, you know what I mean? So, I mean, like you said, you was working at a high school as a kid, and that's like crazy. You know, you're determined. Other places, they're not. You know, they're not as determined. Like, I know people that are adamant about their McDonald's job. They got to be at work on time. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing about that shit. And it's just a McDonald's job. But you go elsewhere, they take it so lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, they don't care if they even go to that job at that shift, you know?
Fuck fast food.
Yeah.
I worked in it. I'm sorry. I can't.
That's gotta be wrong. I never worked at fast food.
I get.
I worked like a quick service place, but not straight fast food.
Yo, man, I worked at Dunkin'
I worked
Donuts,
at Burger King
Chipotle.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I mean, 2 days.
You didn't like that,
2 days. On the third day, I was like, fuck this shit.
Also too, Mass and where we're at, I feel like they're the only place that really condone like kid labor.
Yeah.
like they really condone the shit. Like I like the youngest you can get a job,
The
go
better
work.
it is for you.
Like yeah, you know what I'm saying? The
Kind
better.
of like that in other states now?
Yeah, like I feel like I learned mad like work etiquette mad young. Like I was in like offices with older niggas at like 17, 16. Like yeah like yeah, you text those people, you get that referral out to that guy. like why we like? Because I just feel like where we're at, that bouginess comes with also too growing up fast.
Price, yeah.
Yeah, I think it just comes with growing up fast because you know what you want, or you seen what others had, and you know what you can get, so you go out and get. And I think that's where, like, it's sad, but hey, it's life. That's you know, that's how I had to look at it. And then too, seeing a lot of people doing what I'm doing not at my age, or at least trying to do it, it gives me a more of a solid plan. Like, okay, this can happen, this can be, because of what your peers have done or what they have shown you or told you, you know. So, but yeah, that work shit is like.
What's your ultimate goal with music?
My ultimate goal with music is to be the best at it.
But like more, a little more specifically though, like, you mean the best like SeeFour or the best artist ever? And if you are saying best, like, how do you measure that? Sales, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Where do you where do you really want to go with it?
I want to be remembered. You know, I think that sales and all of that definitely counts. But if me, like how I really put a lot of my passion into performing, like I think that's where another avenue, and the biggest avenue that people will remember and always like just about my talent, because I like to perform. I like performance. You know, I like to feel if you came and you paid your money to see me, you got your money's worth. You didn't get bamboozled. You didn't, that was, why you only do that and just walk off? Like, people really be doing that. But again, they do that because their pride's in the way, or they're going through something and they don't want to be in front of people. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But again, if that's your job, that's what you signed up for. That's what it is. That's like, you know, again, that's why I say fuck fast food, because they'll sign you up for the job and then throw mad other shit and incentives at you that was never in the job description. And now you're like, well, why am I here? Because I had my own goals, my own missions. Maybe it was to save up and get a car and get the hell out of here. Maybe it was to get enough pay stubs to where I could file taxes and get my money back. Maybe it was, like, there was, like you're saying. So I think with the music thing, like, as I hop on stages, I want that to be the big, big pinnacle, because, again, I don't think a lot of people are performing at, you know, the highest that they can, especially for examples of my city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I know a lot of dope performers out in the city that's doing it, but I still see the same, you know, lazy performance etiquette. No performance tracks. Don't know your words. Don't know what songs you're gonna perform.
I can't believe how often I see people like kind of just like ad-libbing themselves on stage, like, you know, or doing the in and outs a little bit, like sometimes, and mostly just being like rocking to their track and standing there.
I think that's why we gave platforms. I think that's why, like, you know, Sound Lab, the museum, TV gave platforms, like the Testing Lab.
Shout out to the Testing Lab.
Yeah, shout out to the Testing Lab.
Yo, if you haven't been to that, that's the best event I've been to around town. That's the best event.
We've been setting the vibes, and I think we've been getting that vibe down for years.
Yeah.
Like, that vibe has been like a thing we've been trying to figure out for years. Like, how does this go? How do we really get people to walk out of the door with their critiques and they can put it back into their artistry? Because, you know, a lot don't get that, or a lot are trying to find it and they're being misled by someone who don't know or want it to be in a spot that you were.
That's crazy hard to get up and perform in that scenario too, and then immediately face live judgment in front of the whole crowd. You know what I mean? That's almost like the worst nightmare as a performer in a way. You know what I mean? Like, because you just want to get up, do your set, and be like, yeah, I think everybody really liked that. That was like pretty good. But like, if you got to then stand there and be like, you know, fucking, well, this was good, this was bad, you should do more of this, and everybody's watching, everybody's listening, like, that's hectic. Yeah.
And too, like, we give them the option to play your music, don't say nothing. You can just present the song, play it.
Yeah.
Or you can go up and rap. Now, that's the thing. A lot of people go up and they rap and sing, which, again, are you making your case better or are you making it worse?
Yeah, do you guys take points? Like, do you guys like take points off at all for people that just play their shit and don't perform?
I am not a panelist, unfortunately. But I have been a panelist, and like once, and you know, that was the thing with me. Like, I took points away. I was like, yo, you don't got a performance track, point deducted. You don't you're not, what, you tripped over the chord, deducted. You didn't see the chord. Why didn't you see the chord there? You self-awareness. What are you doing on the stage that's really catching people's attention, especially when we got people like Jeff 2 Times, DJ Dex, J Rose, Noble, Urban Podcast. We got all these people, Shan. We got all these people who can give crazy feedback and can help you, and also play your music on radio. Like, shout out to Jeff 2 Times. This has been the first year my music has been on the radio.
Still.
And mind you, it's not even a song where it's like, oh, it's originally by me. It's a freestyle. You know, so I think that things like that can really shape the dynamic on how you think about the music, how you're going, where you want to go. But just me, man, I just want to be able to, you know, feed my fam, take care of the people that are working hard just as me and that want to be, you know, working hard with me. And, you know what I'm saying, we go up from there. We see what's going to go up.
Anything that you figured out, like, you know, as far as like ways to progress in the music business or ways to like make some money out of it and stuff like that, that you would want to share as like gems or tips for young artists that are kind of like, I don't know what to, I make good songs and, you know, I post on Instagram and shit like that, but nothing's moving. Like, what do I do?
I don't know why I wanted to come off so aggressive with this one, but I just think players try to play the game, not being in the game that long, and that's to say to a lot of young people, see through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? See through the fabrications. See through a lot of, you know, what a lot of people say that they're gonna do or tell you, and it's not really what it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Take every opportunity you can with like a grain of salt and like take from it, then shunning it or like, oh yeah, this because this happened in my life, this was bad. Nah. Like, this could be a broken cup, but at the end of the day, I can still drink out of it if there's no glass in it, or I ain't choking on something that in it that can kill me. Like, I'm that type of way. I don't look at a glass half empty. I look at it half full. So, like, you know, just don't let no one belittle your talent, say you can't do, because I feel like we all in this room have gotten that twice, once, and it's like, oh, really, huh? Okay. And the comeback is even stronger, you know? Yeah. I think artists should very utilize a lot of these platforms that are around, to your Instagrams, to your TikToks, to your Facebooks, to your YouTubes. And I think that's what I've just been learning along the stride and giving it to other artists so they can implement that, you know? Yeah. I'm that type. I don't mind helping. I don't mind, like really, really, really collabing. It just depends on what you want as the goal mission. Because, again, like I said, I could wasting time, but you know, it for others, I see it in a whole different light too. Like, well, you're on a time restraint, I'm on a time restraint. Mm-hmm. Let's make it worth it, you know, type thing. Or two, if we're going in 50-50, let's go all the way to get 510 out of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when those things really don't work out for me, like, it's like, okay, we did this, and it's like, it got there. It just got there. We could always push it further. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So use platforms, take opportunities.
Yeah, and utilize like also too, like, we gotta understand we are the bag. We are, like, I started to realize if a person wants something, needs something, or wants you to do something, there's ways of going about it and ways of working with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't shun people for being like non-knowledgeable, but as long as you're willing to take in the knowledge, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing the same thing, vice versa, as I'm giving that game to another person, and they're maybe low-key giving game to me, and they don't even know that they're giving it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always something to learn from people, right?
Always.
Even if sometimes you can learn some crazy shit from people that are brand new at it.
Hell yeah.
Because they're coming in with like you might have this perspective where like you've kind of lost sight of things because you've been at it for a while, and then they're just starting out. So like, why don't we do it this way? And you're like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. And I'm definitely not like, I'm not the person to shut down the idea. If anything, let's make the idea work with my idea.
Yeah.
let's really meet on it, because it can be crazy. It can be whatever we picture it to be. You know what I'm saying?
I try to, in creative moments, always try to let people try the idea.
Yeah.
I try to almost never say, no, we're not going to try that.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's wicked stupid. Because, like, you got to try it, because, like, even if it doesn't work, then you both know that it's not working.
Yeah.
You scrap it. And then if it does work, then surprise, that was cool. And a lot of times, it then leads to a third idea that you're like, oh, that's the shit. Yeah. You know, and so if you had said no down here, you would have never got to that.
Yeah. Albert Einstein said, if you judge a fish's ability to climb a tree, that fish will always think it's stupid. You feel me? Like, yeah. The fish was like, you can't climb a tree. He told us that he can't climb a tree. He ain't gonna get up there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's someone with the fishbowl in the tree, he got up there somehow. Yeah. Like, and I think that a lot of people really think a lot of their situations is bad until we really look at the full spectrum and you know, flip it. So
that's facts. Hey, can I come tomorrow instead so we could do the computer thing? Because I work at 7 in the morning.
Oh, about your computer? Yeah, whatever, yeah. We'll do a remote, yeah. We can talk about that after the show, too, if you want.
You got... That was the tech guy. I didn't bring my computer. fix my MacBook, man. My motherboard
Try
fried.
to teach Fame how to edit videos together.
Hey.
Do
No,
clips
I
and
have
shit.
to do it physically. I'm not like
Yeah, you're
I'm
not
not
that-
a
you're not
Zoom
that call over-
person.
You're not a Zoom person?
No.
Yeah.
Dallas, you're a Zoom person?
I
Sid's
get
got,
out at
Sid's got a
3.
party tomorrow too, so we can go to that after. Sid's got a big release party tomorrow night. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll
Yeah.
come dressed up.
Okay.
Alright.
When do you
It
not,
works
Fame?
out. Oh, I'm
When do you
never
not come
really
dressed up?
dressed
Sometimes she doesn't trust me.
Really? Hey, I didn't say that. I didn't. This is why we got confidant. My confidant was like, no, that nigga always dressed.
All right. Well, if you got work early in the morning, then you need to sign off.
No, I was
we go?
just thinking, but we could, if we calling it a night, we could call it a night, but I was just saying that because it's
is it
10:41,
10:40?
yeah, it's about time anyway.
Yeah, we should call it.
SeeFour, tell us what's coming up. You got shows coming up. You have
Yes, sir.
songs, albums. Fill us in.
Yes, sir. SeeFour here. I will be opening up for SWV and D-Smoke June 11th.
The SWV?
Yes, the SWV.
Weak in the Knees SWV?
Yes.
Human Nature Remix SWV?
Yes.
Oh my God.
June 11th.
Where? When?
Bamfest, Franklin Park.
What's
It's
good
gonna
with
be
the
free to the
backstage
public.
tickets, dude? I need to meet my girls.
Dallas fans out there, let me make. Come on, man.
my
Come on.
girls.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be
Send
doing
us
that.
tickets.
We're gonna be
Not
doing that.
well.
Well,
Buy
the
tickets. Send us the link.
I got you. The event is free. Like people can pull up.
That's
It's
dope. When
it's
is
like
it?
a community type of festival. So
Can you
Bam's
send me
Fest
the
does it.
flyer?
Dance
I
Fest?
got y'all.
When you said that was?
June 11th.
June 11th.
And then, you know, project wise, I can get y'all the sauce. We have a project coming out, put in work, SeeFour, you know, Sound Lab. It's called Spirit of a Warrior, dropping soon, produced by Gib, DJ.
Do you have anything on your phone right now from that album that's coming up?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Can we
So
play
what
it
we
for
Would
the
y'all
show?
like that?
Yeah.
Would y'all like
I
that?
like
Would
to
y'all like?
play unreleased music
Unreleased
on this
sounds
show.
because we are
Okay.
special
Yeah.
and yes.
Yeah. All I know is I got a lot of shows. I actually got a show. I got a show Friday, Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah. We got
Let's go.
We got a show I think Friday, Saturday at Spigot Brewery, and then you know, just mad
All right, well,
stuff's coming
Go
up.
see that. It's all on your IG.
Yeah, all on
Yeah.
my IG.
Listen,
If you want to keep up with the kid, just you know what I'm saying.
And
It's right
remind us
there.
of your IG and where to find
It's right there on
you.
the screen.
Yep.
See that
Say
shit?
it. Say
The
it.
real C4.
Uh,
Real C4. At the real C4.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, people don't know about that angle. Yo, see, I do this, man. I do. Yo, okay.
Let me try it.
Fun
Cut it
fact.
back.
Fun fact, right? I'm giving the short juice.
Hey,
I'm
right
giving
here. I
I'm
got
giving
it.
the juice to the short people. If you taking pictures with a tall person, like if I was to take a picture with Dallas, okay, you put Dallas a little bit in the back of you.
Okay.
And then the short person steps up front.
Okay.
And listen, it'll work wonders.
That's a good move.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just small stuff like that, bro. As an artist, I've been learning and just
Yeah.
figuring out like, oh, this is how
You
do
stand
it.
you stand a little bit in front of the tall people in pictures.
Oh.
So you don't look too short.
Crazy.
No, you stand behind them.
Then you
Crazy.
look shorter.
If you stand behind them,
Yeah.
you don't
Way
see them.
shorter.
You don't
The tall
see,
person stands in the back.
Yeah.
You don't see them at all.
You don't see them at all.
And you don't see them at
Fame
all.
gotta go to sleep, man. Fame gotta go to sleep.
Do we got
we
airdrop in
We'll
here?
plug it in.
This is
Or you
it's
can
a
airdrop
plug.
to Wesley or whatever. Yeah, we'll just plug it straight in. We'll plug
It's
it
a
straight
plug.
in.
Okay.
I don't think it reaches.
Okay.
You gotta give it to him.
Is it ready to play?
Don't swipe left.
Just press play. Swipe left, Wesley. Let's see.
Fame would be the one. Fame's that person, you show her something, she keeps scrolling. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
It's called Like
Let's
That.
go, y'all. Until next fucking week, we got SeeFour in the motherfucking building. It's your girl, Fame Jackson. And you got motherfucking Dallas Rose. And we got Mav in the motherfucking building, y'all. Until motherfucking next
C4,
week, y'all.
thanks for coming.
Peace.
Anytime.
We just tryna thrive, feeling on her thighs. We don't coincide. I just wanna know, do you waste your side niggas' time? Do you waste your side niggas' time like that? Like that. If she snake, then she gon' bite back, bite back. I don't think that I can fight that, fight that. But I also like that, like that, like that, like that. Yeah. Give me my money, ho. You
to begin to the end. I commend all my friends in the end. Y'all enemies drink from Flint, Michigan, Michelin. Do we win? Do we lose? We don't sin. No. This a trend that you follow. I've been shooting hollows. Now we drinking out that bottle. That's that gin. Pass it out, pass it in. New Holden Catherine taught me all about my sin. We don't let no members in. Let's stay family, y'all they kin. Don't make me rearrange your chin. Make it swollen by the inch, ho. Bitch, give me my money, ho. You think it's funny, ho. I need a cutty, ho. Do you love me, ho? If I put a B in front of you, be my buddy, ho. Yeah, I put that on live. We just tryna thrive. Feeling on her thighs. We don't coincide. I just wanna know, do you waste your side niggas time? Do you waste your side niggas time? Like that, like that. If she snake, then she gon' bite back, bite back. I don't think that I can fight that, fight that. But I also like that, like that, like that, like that. Yeah, hey, you better hold me back. I need a doja, so I can slay the cat. She gon' work on my back. I need a chiropractor. If you want verse, it's gonna be worse. You gotta sign for that. No, what? Y'all niggas T.I. Tell me why you big lie. You smoking, nigga, you big fry. Y'all gon' big die. Fry like a pigsty. Y'all live fake lives. Wife with a fake bride. She wanna fucking class. We not in Bayside. Okay, y'all ain't gonna take mine. Okay, y'all ain't gonna take mine. Okay, I dress myself, I don't fuck with a stylist. I know she wanna shake booty in private. I feel like these are the way I be flying. They say I'm drunk as a skunk with the pilot. Whipping the cream, she tastes like papaya. Drinking my apple just like a cider. Saying a Siri, I need a reminder. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna find her. I'm such a side nigga, I get behind her. I make her clothes and fold like a binder. I made a bad bitch at a diner. Eating her food, she sobbing and crying. I made her order a pina colada. My Titanic sinking, her pussy beside it. She made me stand like the Emmy man. We make a movie tonight, I'm excited. Yeah, give me my money, ho. You think it's funny, ho. I need a cutty, ho. Do you love me, ho? If I put a B in front of you, be my buddy, ho. Yeah, I put that on live. We just tryna thrive. Feeling on her thighs. We don't coincide. I just wanna know, do you waste your side niggas time? Do you waste your side niggas time? Like that, like that. I just snake, then she gon'